Previously on TSR Live.
Dudes do not like fat women. And if there are any women watching this, you guys are, oh my God, some guys out there like fat chicks. No, they don't. Any man with a healthy sexual appetite, we don't like fat women. Ironclad proof of this is in the porn searches. Now listen, I don't have the statistics in front of me, but I can tell you this. When most men fire up their laptop for some old chicken choking, some jerking off action, right? They're not searching for fat chicks, guys. They're searching for the hotties. They're searching for they're searching for fake tits or big. They're not putting in fat girls. Nobody wants to watch fat women having sex. And if they don't want to watch fat women having sex, they damn sure don't want to fuck fat girls.
And now your man, Donovan Sharp.
A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. Of course her parents don't have a problem with me being black. She's past the wall. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome. So you got drunk at a frat party, then fucked the football team? You're not a rape victim, sweetheart. You're a slut.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp, and welcome to this edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of red pill truth, wisdom, and awareness. I think I've actually replaced the word knowledge with wisdom. I think red pill wisdom sounds much better than red pill knowledge. Listen, red pill knowledge is great, but I think red pill wisdom sounds better. I think it's better for branding. So I think I'm going to switch that up. Just kind of thought of that one on the fly. We are presented by Happy Hippo Herbals, home of the highest quality kratom on the planet. Got another shipment on the way. And good news, I am going to be a Happy Hippo Herbals affiliate. So not only do I get a shitload of free kratom, I am also going to be an affiliate. So I'm in talks right now with Chris Diotis to get an affiliate link, so you guys can purchase through my my affiliate link. So I get a little something off the top here. Unlike Amazon, now see, Chris doesn't give a damn if I talk shit about women or if I tell the truth about women, right? So he is actually going to pay me even though I'm spitting the truth about women. Amazon decided to. They took $200 in Amazon gift cards or commissions because they said that I did something wrong. But of course, the agreement that you signed with Amazon for the affiliate link is that they can terminate your agreement at any time for any reason without explanation. So whatever. I'm not. Listen, man. I'm mad. I'm pissed off. Sour grapes. But that was a while back, so I'm really not going to. Really not going to sweat it. Like I said, me and Chris D, we have a long-standing relationship. I've known him now going on 4 years. I've used kratom forever. And it's good to know that I'm going to have an endless supply of this stuff. Definitely helps with migraine headaches, and we'll certainly get into that at some point into the future. It is Monday, January 15th, 2018. We are broadcasting live across 4 different platforms: YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, as well as Instagram. We are doing all of this simultaneously. And for those of you in Instagram, who are on Instagram now, you guys got to participate in a brief pre-show Q&A. So if you want to get involved with that, follow me on Twitter or follow me on Instagram. The Sharp Reality, no spaces, all one word. All one word, no spaces. And tune in between, I would say, 5:30 and 5:45 Eastern time. We just kind of do like a really short hangout type of deal, just a quick little Q&A. And looks like we've got a little bit of an attention whore in here. We've got a bunch of dudes. We've got one woman talking about how attractive Dominican women are. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what, listen, man. Women love being in, listen, no shade on you, Silly Tiger 19, but women love being in spaces where it's all men because they're the only woman, for obvious reasons. This is just how they are. Doesn't make them good or bad, man. Just, they just are. But, you're going to get that wherever you go. Best way to contribute is https://streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharp. I'm going to spam the link in both chats. Okay? That is my contribution link. Now, you can contribute via Super Chat. I appreciate every Super Chat that comes through, but if you want 100% of your contribution to make it to the show, you can donate through my Streamlabs link which I have just put in the chat. I don't mind you guys super chatting, not at all. I certainly appreciate every single penny I get via super chat. If that's what you want to do, if that's easier, if you're set up that way, I have no problem with that. But if you want a little bit more bang for your buck, make a bigger impact, streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharp is definitely your best option. Now, I know that I said I wasn't really going to talk about sports. When I first started the show, when I first showed my face, I did a lot of sports talk at the top of the show, turned a lot of viewers off. Okay, hey, listen, man, you guys got at your boy listen, that's how it is. But this weekend was a fantastic week of football. A fantastic weekend of football. We've got Alabama, who won the national championship game. Tua Tagovailoa bringing the Crimson Tide all the way back from the depths. And then we had the best weekend in football with the divisional playoffs. Of course, hashtag Fly Eagles Fly. My Eagles pulled it out against the Atlanta Falcons. And listen, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I believed in them the whole time. No, I thought we were going to lose. Nick Foles played like absolute ass the last couple of games of the season. The Falcons were flying high, and they got Julio Jones. I figured that they were going to come in. I didn't think we were going to get boat raced. I didn't think we were going to get dump trucked, but I did not expect us to win the game. And the first half, listen, man, it looked like we were probably going to lose. Then all of a sudden, Nick Foles decides to look like 2014 Nick Foles, where he threw 27 touchdowns and 2 picks. The running game was a little bit more effective. My boy Jay Ajayi. And then, of course, that Eagles defense. Fletcher Cox. Tim Jernigan. Vinny Curry. The big boys up front. Running that wide 9. Put the clamps on the Atlanta Falcons offense. If we had Carson Wentz, we'd have won that game by 40. But I'm glad the Eagles are moving on to the NFC Championship game. How about those Vikings, man? Holy shit, man. Unbelievable. Shout out to Terrell Morton, who just subscribed. The Vikings game was unbelievable. I thought that Drew Brees and the Saints had him beat. But of course, as we all know by now, Case Keenum, 61-yard touchdown pass. God, what the Lord, man. Jesus fucking Christ. I know everything about sports. The receiver's name has already escaped me, but great game. No excuse for the Pittsburgh Steelers losing to the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Steelers are a better team than the Jaguars, and the Steelers should have won. They clearly overlooked their opponent. Yes, Deron Brown, the safety. Williams definitely blew the tackle. Don't know what he was thinking. Listen, the New England Patriots took care of business. But something that became very clear to me is that this is going to be Tom Brady's easiest path to a Super Bowl. Nothing against Tom Brady. It's not his fault the Pittsburgh Steelers overlooked the Jacksonville Jaguars. Not his fault that he's in the AFC, the weaker AFC. But the three quarterbacks now who stand in the way of Tom Brady in Super Bowl number 6 are Blake Bortles and either Case Keenum or Nick Foles, who have a combined 4 playoff wins. Brady's got 25. Brady has more Super Bowl victories than the 3 quarterbacks who are left have playoff wins. Brady better win the Super Bowl. He's got to win this. He didn't have to face Big Ben. Think about it. This postseason, Brady will have, if he's going to win the Super Bowl, he will have had to take down Marcus Mariota, Blake Bortles, and either Nick Foles and Case Keenum. The Patriots got lucky. Listen, man, they've won 5 Super Bowls. Yeah, a lot of people say, well, they got lucky. Yeah, you know what? When you win 5 Super Bowls, sometimes you just get lucky. This is just how it is. Sometimes you just get the luck of the draw. It's not their fault, but they have to capitalize. Blake Bortles and either Case Keenum or Nick Foles stands in the way of Tom Brady and Super Bowl ring number 6. Unbelievable. All right, well, enough of the TSR sports talk. Let's get to the topic at hand. I want to know, are black women victims of street harassment? We got a lot of black women out here talking about how they're victimized on the streets. Catcalling, dirty macking. Well, not dirty macking. That's the wrong term. That would be what Derek Fisher did with Matt Barnes baby mama. That would be what we call dirty macking. Okay. Shout out to you, Lorenzo Davis. Happy Martin Luther King Day. Absolutely. Happy MLK Day, guys. Very important day today, especially for African Americans like me. If not for Martin Luther King, man, I might not be on the air dropping this knowledge to you guys. So shout out to MLK. So the short answer to the question, are black women victims of street harassment? The answer is fuck no. Now, before you black women who may or may not be watching this start squawking, let's all just keep it 100 here. We all know that we're not talking about the street harassment that involves illegal activities such as stalking, burglary, physical intimidation, and the like, okay? The street harassment that we're talking about, okay, and that you know we're talking about, are men striking up conversation in public with women that they haven't previously met in the past with the intent of sleeping with them at some point down the line. Game, PUA, pickup techniques, right? This is what we're talking about. Now, it's also been called catcalling, wolf whistling, macking, etc., which is performed mainly by pickup artists or men who talk to women in an attempt to get their numbers, set up dates, and subsequently fuck them. Like, we all know this stuff. So black women miss me with that line-by-line legal definition of street harassment to prove a point. We know what the fuck it is. You know what the fuck it is. Miss me with that bullshit. So now that that's out of the way, I'll say it again. The answer to the question, are black women victims of street harassment? The answer is an emphatic fuck no. No, black women are not victims of street harassment. Dudes aren't out here hollering at black chicks on the street. At least not the dudes that black women want to fuck anyway. Sure, you'll get the average ass hood nigga who's just gonna walk up on any black woman and start talking. But you ain't getting offers from the other kinds of men that you want to sleep with, okay? Listen, unless you are a top 1%er and an exquisite specimen of the kind of black woman everybody wants to sleep with, every man, regardless of color, you ain't getting hollered at by dudes of value. You're just not doing that. Shout out to J-Dub with the $5 donation via PayPal. Absolutely. Says, thanks for donating your time and knowledge. I appreciate that, J-Dub. Thank you. $5 donation. I appreciate that. Shout out to Earring Gal 4 who just subscribed. So Earring Gal, appreciate the subscription. Don't know if you're a troll. Hope you are. I'm going to be taking phone calls here in the not too distant future. So all you black bitches out here. who want to call me up, harass me, whatever, etc., you are good to go. I seem to be having some trouble here on my Twitter feed. Give me 1 second. Nope, everything is good to go. Everything is good to go. So anyway, back to the topic at hand. Unless you are a top 1%er in terms of black women, you are not getting harassed by the type of men you want to get harassed by. And for the record, if a man you don't want to fuck or sleep with, shout out to Brian Hodgson with a $2 super chat. Here we go, my man BH in the house. If a woman is not attracted to talks to her, that's harassment. If a man who the woman is attracted to talks to her, that's just flirtation. Innocent conversation, innocent fun. Kwaku Banzu on Instagram says, ain't nobody trying to hit on. No angry looking chick on the street. I second that 100%. So why do black women not get harassed on the street anymore? Right? And listen, let's be real here. Black women used to get hollered at all the time, right? A lot of good looking black women out there. A lot of fine looking black women out there. They're still walking around on the streets. There aren't as many of them as there used to be, but people ain't checking for them like they used to. So why do men not try to run game on these black women in public like they used to? And why are black women lying about these imaginary hordes of men of all races coming at them with marriage proposals from every direction? I'm glad you asked. We're going to get to it. Well, the first reason is dudes ain't checking for black girls anymore. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Black women are at the very bottom of the sexual food chain. That is all there is to it. This hard truth, gentlemen, pisses them off, especially when someone points it out, right? But listen, I can't say I blame them for being pissed off about it. In terms of what most men prefer, black women just aren't most men's types. They are, and again, black women are well aware of the fact that, aesthetically speaking, men of value, regardless of race, would rather holler at white girls, Latinas, Asians, and even Indian girls. Both American Indian girls or Indian girls from India. And I guess the derogatory term is dots or feathers, whatever. Before considering a roll in the hay with the sisters. But I don't give a shit, and neither should you. All right? It's their problem and theirs alone. And if black women want to change their sexual prospects, if they want to increase their sexual market value, it's on them, period. Listen, we've given them plenty of pointers, plenty of advice. They're not trying to listen to us. They're damn sure not trying to listen to me because I'm a light-skinned dude who talks like a white boy. So they're already pissed off at me as it is. I tried to tell them, man, I did an episode, 13 changes that black women can make. Shout out to Brian Hodgson, $2 super chat. He says, attitude is a special kind of ugly. You are not kidding. That said, all of that said, there's no need for a man of value to subject himself to the perils of talking to black women and the increase of prevalence of street harassment laws in terms of game and pickup. Because guess what, guys? The return on investment just ain't worth it. Like, seriously, who the fuck is going to risk anything to try and pick up a woman who wakes up angry every day? Who the fuck is trying to catch a sexual harassment charge at work for a woman that's not worth it? The black woman stereotype, and they can say, oh, that's a stereotype. Listen, it exists for a reason. It exists for a good reason. And most men in the free world have seen confirmations of said stereotype up close and personal on multiple occasions. Listen, guess what? There are negative stereotypes about black men, man. Listen, we beat up our girlfriends and wives. We have a bunch of kids and we're deadbeats. We're criminals. We have tattoos. We get in a lot of fights. High testosterone. We fuck a lot of bitches. You know what, man? I'm not sitting here arguing about those. Because like it or not, I myself, Donovan Sharp, I fit into a lot of those stereotypes. Some of the good and some of the bad. I'm going to keep it real with you. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and get all personally jilted because somebody points out an obvious truth. Shout out to Tim Jefferson with the $5 super chat. Says, love the channel, bro. Love you too, man. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. So when people see me, they see me. Listen, man, I'm 6'1", 220, probably closer to 230 pounds now. Listen, I get it. Man, the stereotypes perpetuated about black men, yeah, it's pretty fucking accurate. I know that they're going to be black men that say, nigga, why you biting? Nah, nigga, don't give me that, man. Stereotypes exist for a reason. And if I'm going to sit here and call black women out on the stereotype that exists about them, I'm going to keep it real about me as a black man. Yes, stereotypes exist for a reason. Now, it's on me to break the mold of the stereotype, but I'm not going to get mad at people for making what seems to be pretty accurate observations about black men. No, yes, there are exceptions to the rule, but like I said, stereotypes exist for a reason. That's all there is to it. And if you get offended by it, then you're the one that needs to change. I got offended by it myself, so I made changes. Now I'm on YouTube. Now I'm Donovan Sharp. That's how this works. Now, as a result of people seeing these stereotypes up close and personal about black women, men are not lining up around the block to wait on these precious, beautiful, innocent black women who will make all their dreams come true. Because at the end of the day, guys, American black women ain't shit. They are a dime a fucking dozen. That's all there is to it, and they know it. And that's what pisses them off. Don't let them tell you any different, guys. They can sit here and talk about, oh, fuck this, I'm gonna go swirl. Bitch, you ain't fitting a swirl. The more accurate barometer, the more accurate quantifiable, how can I put this? I'll put it to you this way. There are a lot of black women who date white guys. There are a lot of white guys who date black women, right? Let's say there are 100,000 black women who date white guys, and then the same thing. Guess what, guys? Those numbers pale in comparison to the percentage. You can tell me a lot of black women date white guys all you want to. What percentage of black women date white guys? Huh? What percentage of white guys date black women? right? I don't want to hear some statistics, and I don't want to hear you point out these commercials. Have you guys noticed lately that a lot of commercials are featuring black women married to white guys, right? Xfinity commercials, financial investment commercials, mattress commercials, car commercials, all over the place, White guys married to black women. They have these beautiful mixed kids. Life is good. Guys, do not be fooled by this. Do not let black women allow you to believe that they believe that this is the norm. This is not the norm. This is television and fucking movies. Black women are almost nobody's type, especially in America. We have far too many options to give a shit. Dudes ain't checking for black girls anymore, and they know it. So, that begs the next question. Why do black women lie about getting harassed, and I'm using air quotes, on the street? Right? Well, as most men know by now, if you listen to my channel, women lie about every goddamn thing. Shout out to Brian Hodgson with the $5 super chat. He says, the only swirl they be pulling is tubs of off-brand ice cream. How do you think they got fat? That's what I'm saying. This whole swirl thing that black women try to perpetuate and try to cram down our throat, it's a myth. Shout out to Fly Guy with the $2 donation. He says, I get looks from black women while I'm jogging a lot. I just roll by and talk to the snow bunny eyeballing me. Right. You want to get back at these black women? Just date you a white girl, man. And if they get mad, you know what? Then swirl. If you think you can swirl, then go swirl. Black girls ain't swirling, bruh. Crystalline Karazane, she ain't swirling. The white guy she was married to is probably the first white guy who ever talked to her, and he'll probably be the last. Get out of here with that, man. Seriously. Down. Fuck these niggas. I'm gonna go swirl, bitch. You wish you could swirl. Come on. Just keep it real. Keep it 100. Fucking hell. So, like I was saying, as most men know, women lie about every goddamn thing. That's how it goes. Listen, especially about things that have to do with avoiding personal responsibility, right? Who they are as people, their parenting skills. But what females lie the most about are their sexual options on the dating market, right? So for example, fat girls will tell their friends oh my God, I got hit on by this hottie at the club, knowing full well that dude wouldn't fuck her with someone else's dick. Fat girls don't get hit on. Dude, fat girls don't get hit on at the club until last call, right? When everybody's paired up, right? Everybody's going home. Everybody's getting fucked. There's a couple of fat girls out there. Guys you know what? I spent $20 to get in here. I spent $40 on drinks. Fuck it. Better to fuck a fat girl than jerk off. That's the only time they get hollered at. Fat girls are nobody's first choice. Well, black women take this one step further and lie about the fact that white men are lining up around the block to date them in order to cope with the fact that in the sexual marketplace, they're almost nobody's type. I've spoken about this at length. And I forget the episode, I think it was episode 119. Why do black women lie about their dating options? Now, to be fair, in the same vein, women of all races lie about their alleged attractiveness. And one of the most popular ways is by making false rape, sexual harassment, sexual assault accusations. One of the reasons women falsely accuse men of sexual crime is because it is, and I've talked about this before, it is an indirect way of establishing sexual attractiveness. When a woman says, he raped me, it is automatically assumed that the perpetrator was sexually aroused by the victim. Air quotes, right? So much so that he was willing to break the law to have her. And don't kid yourself, gentlemen. A woman with no romantic prospects would rather make a false rape accusation charge than be invisible to men on the dating scene. This happens every day, guys. I'm here to tell you. This is the same mindset that black women have when telling the world that they're victims of street harassment on the regular. They would have us believe that men want them so badly that they are committing the crime of catcalling them in public because black girls are just so goddamn hot and irresistible. People are willing to break crimes for them. Shout out to Excessive65 with the $10 super chat. He says, keep preaching. I appreciate the support, my friend. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Listen, I'm seeing the donations and contributions going way up, man. And I really, really do appreciate that. I mean, this show is really, I saw a comment earlier. I'm going to go back to the comments. I'm gonna go back to the comments and read the comments. But I saw somebody else. I saw somebody else in here who said that 6,500 subs. I'm growing slowly but surely. Yeah, I'm averaging about 600 new subscribers every month. So by October, I will probably be up around 12,000 subscribers. October, November. So that would be great. That would be great. And as I said, it's all because of you guys, man. You guys share my stuff. You guys subscribe. I appreciate it. Now, black women, of course, they act like they don't want this attention, which further drives home the myth that they're just so inundated with offers that they have the luxury of rejecting these men. But they know as well as anybody that if men actually did come on to them in public, right? If white guys were to approach a black woman in public, they'd be putting their numbers in their phones before white guys can introduce themselves. That's how thirsty they are. Shout out to Chef Hop with the $5 super chat. Gentlemen, we've got a celebrity in the building. I don't know, Chef Hop, should I tell him? Put it in the chat, Chef Hop. You know what I want to tell him, right? Tell me yes or no, Chef Hop. Let me know if I should tell him. Shout out to Tony Davis with €5, I think that is. Not really up on my foreign currency. Good stuff, man. Yes, he says. Gentlemen, or ladies and gentlemen, Chef Hop is none other than my brother. That is my kid brother, Chef Hop, in the house, listening to your man, Donovan Sharp. So yes, Donovan Sharp does have a brother. That is Chef Hop. And yeah, listen, my brother, I could not be prouder of my brother. Proudly served in our military for a number of years. And he is now a professional chef on the East Coast. Dude, this motherfucker can cook, man. He really, really can. Really, really proud of my kid brother. He's come a long way, and good to see him in here. Good to have the real family support. So yeah, I guess we'll call him what am I, Donovan Sharp? I don't know. Call him I don't know. We'll figure something out. At the end of the day, guys, do not buy into this bullshit. The only thing black women are victims of besides themselves, right, are being enchanted by their delusions of grandeur. Enchanted by their delusions of grandeur, guys. They can only wish. Black women can only wish they had the same problems as attractive women did. But because they don't try to convince us and themselves that they're in such high demand that men just can't help themselves around them. Dude, save that shit for someone else, man. We ain't buying that shit here in the Negro Manosphere. Fuck that. TSR Live is brought to you by Happy Hippo Herbals, home of the highest quality kratom on the planet. If you are looking for a caffeine-free energy boost with laser focus and an enhanced mood for hours, look no further than Happy Hippo Kratom. They've got over 24 strains available at rock-bottom prices, and for the next 15 days, guys, or 16, my math is off, save an additional 25% off when you pay with Bitcoin. That includes your shipping, guys. By the way, I saw if someone asked if I accept Bitcoin. No, I do not accept Bitcoin. So go to happyhippoherbals.com today and take the first step in increasing your productivity and elevating your mood with no caffeine. That is happyhippoherbals.com. As I spam the donation link one more time here. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Donovan_Sharp. Like my Facebook page, TSR Live at Donovan Sharp. You can add me as well. Just do a quick search for Donovan Sharp. The Sharp Reality, no spaces, all one word, is where you can find me on Instagram and welcome my Instagram audience. And again, between the hours, between 5:30 and 5:45, depending upon where I am in the production development of the show. If I'm a little bit behind, it'll be closer to 5:45. But if I'm on my game, I do a 30-minute meet and greet for you guys. Q&A. Donovan, how much can you lift? You know, Donovan, what kind of kratom do you recommend? Donovan, should I get on TRT? Etc., etc. And I'm going to go ahead and make... Now, Chef Hop, this is the very first time Chef Hop has been in the chat that I know of. And because he is a blood relative of mine, welcome, Chef Hop. The new the TSR Tower's new moderator. By the way, guys, and I'm not kidding you. My kid brother, believe it or not, smarter than I am. I swear to God. Listen, my kid brother, man, I'm telling you, he's one of the smartest motherfuckers I know. Like, I'm a sharp guy, right? Like, I know I'm a smart dude. No match for my kid brother, man. The guy is cerebral as fuck. He's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. You can find the TSR archive on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, the Google Play app on your mobile device. On your mobile device, guys, not on your desktop. On your mobile device, and of course, right here on YouTube. For all things Donovan Sharp, go to donovansharp.com. There you will also find the TSR archive. Every episode from the beginning, which includes Sharp Shorts, TSR Sports Talk, The Sharp Reality, and of course, all editions of TSR Live. We are on episode 186. I have a total of 254 videos. I also have over 160 articles posted between Negromanosphere.com and returnofkings.com over the last 5 years. Plenty of content out there from your boy. So if you want to read me, if you want to watch me, I'm all over the place. I've got articles. I'm just about every platform. I'm going to start posting on gab.ai or something like that. Plenty of ways to get me. Shout out to Stephen C. with the $2 donation via PayPal. Appreciate that. Be sure to sign up for the TSR newsletter to keep up with the show. This weekly newsletter will review this past week's episodes, keep you updated on upcoming guests and projects, as well as future events. Just go to the bottom of my homepage, donovansharp.com. Plug in your email address and you're good to go. And don't worry, guys, we do respect your privacy. We're not going to sell your information or spam you. For sure. All right, so let's head back to the top of the chat. See who is in the towers tonight. Shout out to DJ Batman. Said congrats to the Beagles. I'll take it. Hey, some people say the Eagles got lucky. I don't care. Dude, listen, I'll take it any way I can get it. I will take it any way I can get it. Terrible T, checking in from Baltimore, but it's only harassment if they don't want to fuck them. But if they want to fuck them, then cool. Listen, Terrible T hits it right on the head. It is only sexual harassment if you are unattractive. Aunt James, haven't seen you here in a while. Says they are not victims of street harassment. They are the ones doing the harassing. Yeah, right? Terrible T says because they are attention whores and want some validation. You guys are hitting them all in the head, man. You guys are hitting them all in the head. Let's go to the big channel. Everyday Dre. Everyday Dre is in this motherfucker first a lot. Simply Deep 1985. Good to see you in here. Have I modded you in here? All right, Everyday Simply Deep 1985. You have now been modded. Swathe Senator. Good to see you in here. Everyday Dre says, response to the show, fat black chicks aren't getting harassed. They're harassing men. Man, I'm telling you. Dude, black women are fucking thirsty, dude. Oh my God, dude. Like everywhere I go, man, like I live here in Philly, dude, everywhere I go, black women are steady looking at your boy, right? Like I used to be one of those educated, funny talking niggas, those educated lames. Not anymore. I'm a little bit more grown up now. I'm a little bit more jacked now. You want my funny talking ass to put a couple of babies in you now, right? What about Taekwon? Huh? What about him? Justin Kudo says, what's up, Donovan? I love your show. Very informative. And you keep it real with us young brothers. J-Day, good to see you in here. Swade Senator, giving me props on the Eagles. Good luck against Minnesota. Yeah, man. Minnesota's going to be tough. Hopefully, they will not be recovered from that. Listen, that was an emotional win for the Vikings. Now they got to listen. They ain't playing a home game in front of that crowd in a 70-degree temperature controlled building. They're coming to Philly. They're playing right down the road. It's going to be, I don't know, what is it going to be, like 15 degrees for the game? It's going to be windy. It's going to be nasty. Listen, I can't tell you who's going to win the game. I can't be objective. I'm an Eagles fan, so we'll see what happens. Ooh, V for Villain said that my Saints got hurt bad. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, the Saints. God damn, dude. Ooh, that's a bad way. That is a bad way to lose a playoff game. Like the 99 Bills, the Music City Miracle. Ay, ay, ay. Mech or Mech Para says, but if you didn't do that, black women would label you an educated lame and didn't assert yourself. Listen, man, black women have all kinds of excuses why they don't do better in life. Get out of here. Andre Israel says, don't even think I want to go back to black girls sticking with white and Spanish from now on. Yes, you would be wise to do that. Carlos Jean says, ugly folks. Shout out to Carlos Jean, longtime supporter of mine, says, ugly folks always get the end of the ugly stick, even when they are rich or famous. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You don't think that George Clooney has never smacked the ass of an actress? You don't think Brad Pitt has ever grabbed the tits of a co-star? Huh? Chris Hemsworth? Liam Hemsworth? The Rock? Right? Like, all of these guys getting accused of sexual harassment, most of them are all ugly guys. If you look like Brad Pitt, if you look like, the late great Paul Walker, you don't think Paul Walker fucked his actresses, his co-stars? Come on, man. Come on, man. Brian Washington. Listen, King B says, let's be real. Nobody is checking for black chicks. I'm outside every day and I never see the shit they say, bruh. Listen, man. Black women are forever talking shit about, it's like their head is in the cloud. And they know that this is false. You step outside your door. Listen, man, just because you see one white guy with one black chick, that doesn't mean there's an epidemic, right? And this is the thing. There aren't niggas online writing articles talking about the epidemic. Shout out to Fly Guy with the $2 donation. Says, our women are pathetic. Clubbing in DC last night, saw this group of black women trying to keep a conversation with this group. I've got to let those stay up a little bit further so I don't have to read them as fast. Shout out to Fly Guy, $2 donation. Appreciate that. But yeah, man, black women are steady talking about, oh, black women, we gonna start swirling. Nah, bitch, you ain't swirling. You're not swirling. Just because you fucked a black guy last week who now does not want to commit to you does not mean you are swirling. Black women wish they could swirl, dude. Black men aren't mad that black women are dating white guys because we know you're not dating white guys. Yes, there are a lot of black women who date white guys, but think about the percentage. Listen, oh my God, like less than 1/10 of 1% of all black women even have experience with white guys. Nobody's checking for black women, especially not white guys. Get the fuck out of here with that, man. Villain says 6,500 subs already, growing progressively. Absolutely. Brian Washington says Donovan would love some tips on how to drop weight and keep muscle definition. Drop the sugar, do compound lifts. You don't really have to crank up the cardio, but I would highly recommend compound lifts: the bench press, the squat, the deadlift, overhead press, the barbell row. Let's see. What the Hattest Soul says, what's up, Donovan? Thanks for endorsing Happy Hippo. That shit is great, like a new high. Man, I'm telling you, that kratom is awesome, dude. It really is. Duran says, shit, let's get a sports channel going like Mike and Mike. Duran, talk to me, man. Talk to me. Yeah, and listen, V for Villain says that I already tried it in here and people weren't feeling it, but I mean, listen, man, if I had a channel dedicated to sports talk, yeah, man. You kidding me? Yeah, I know everything about sports, guys. Like, I know. Listen, oh, by the way, Danica Patrick is now dating Aaron Rodgers, so we won't have to worry about the Packers too much. Anytime Aaron Rodgers is getting pussy on the regular, like, his performance tanks. Like, clearly Aaron Rodgers, like Tom Brady, married to a Brazilian supermodel. He's put like 17 babies in her. He keeps winning rings. He knows how to compartmentalize. But Aaron Rodgers, when he was fucking Olivia Munn, nope, not playing well. All of a sudden his calf hurts. Nah. Got to be able to separate that. I know I'm behind on the chat, guys, but I don't like to. Stefan Diggs, that was his name. Jesus. All right, let me catch up on the chat here. And again, guys, forgive me for being behind on the chat. This is how I do it. I know it might seem a little bit behind, but you know, when I'm deep in my thoughts, when I'm on a rant, when I'm riffing about something, I don't like to stop my momentum. As you guys know, I am unable to talk and chew gum at the same time. Listen, it's actually challenging for me to address my super chatters while I'm on a rant. But I like to give you guys a little bit of shine for donating to the show. So I definitely appreciate that. Good, very good. Wow! Shout out to Anthony Turner, Razor Edge, Quadruple 8, Tanner Williams. A lot of you guys in here. Let me check the viewer count here on the main channel. 117 people watching on the main channel. 10 people watching on the small channel. 118 people watching. Let's get the likes up, guys. Trying to get this thing to 100 likes per video. Let's check our Facebook crowd. I went back to the business channel on Facebook because I get more bang for my buck there. I still don't know how to see the viewer count on that. Got 2 viewers on Twitter. You know, it's funny. I don't get much of a live audience on Twitter, but the replay numbers are always much better. So clearly a good business decision on my end. Jervis Horton says they want to swirl and cry about biracial women swirling. That's what I'm saying. But the reason why they cry about biracial babies is because they know that biracial babies, 9 out of 10 biracial babies, probably even more than that, comes from a black man fucking a white girl. Dude, white dudes ain't have white. Listen, man, and this is the thing. If a white dude does get with a black girl, it is a very low value white guy and a very low value black girl. And black women love to say this about black guys. Well, the only white girls y'all date are fat and ugly. Really? You want to check out my Facebook feed? Have you seen my girlfriend? Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, fuck out of here with that. Y'all, listen, oh my God, black women, y'all wish that we dated fat fucking white girls. Oh my God, y'all want that to be true so bad. Nah, bitch. NY Kia 31 says, I knew an Italian chick and she once said the only good looking black women are on TV. I didn't get offended and laughed and said, you know what, you're right. Listen, it's true, but it's a damn shame, man. And listen, man, I don't want it to be this way, right? Like, it may seem like okay, yes, I'm relishing. I have fun talking shit about black women because black women have talked shit about me my whole life. And other black women, well, you're just that nigga who just got made fun of. Now you're mad. Yeah, this is how it is. I'm not some sort of psychological anomaly. I'm not going to sit here and say that I just consciously decided to do this. No, I am a product of my environment and my upbringing. Yes, I am a human being. There, you win. But black women know the truth about themselves, man. Walter Level says the only option is D's nuts. I haven't heard that in a while. Nikea 31 says black women lie because they know they have to shame black men in order to keep our attention. Black women are jealous of our dating options. Here's the thing. It sucks that shout out to Paul Sanabria. Paul, you haven't missed much yet. I've got another half of the show coming up, but good to see you in here. Here's the thing, right? I don't like the civil war between black men and black women. It fucking sucks, dude. Like, the black community is as weak as it's ever been because there's such a fracture between black men and black women. Listen, we all make fun of it, and listen, black women are as deplorable as they've ever been in our lives. We get it. But at the end of the day, that fucking sucks, dude. Like, it sucks that I can't date black women because they are absolutely insufferable. And there are people out here, well, why can't we just get along? Good question. Why doesn't one of them, somebody make the first move, somebody reach out the olive branch. Now, let's just say for the sake of argument that this whole civil war between black men and black women were absolutely true. It's not, but let's just say for the sake of argument that it is. one might think that it would be on us and our responsibility to reach out an olive branch. Say, hey, you know what? We fucked up. We're wrong. Let's try to make amends. Let's try to get back together, build up our strong black community, right? Here's the problem. Even if black men were obligated to make the change first before black women did, we ain't got to, and we ain't fitting to. You see, we as black men, we have options. We have a ship to jump to. And when we have other options, that's not going to motivate us to make amends with black women. Why are we going to try to build a bridge, reach out an olive branch to black women when we know we don't have to tolerate them? Right? Right, wrong, and different, that's how it is. Your options dictate your actions. We as black men have far more dating options, marrying options than black women will ever have. And for that reason alone, we're not going to be the ones to reach out the olive branch. It's on y'all. And y'all don't seem to be interested in making amends with us. At least not most of you guys. 2 minutes left on the Instagram feed. Say what you want. Listen, even if it was completely black men's fault, guess what? We ain't doing shit. Checkmate, bitches. We ain't got to come over to y'all. Y'all got to come to us. So if something's going to change, it's on y'all. Even if it's completely 100% our fault, bitches, we ain't change it because we ain't got to. You need to change because you got to. Because ain't nobody wifing y'all up. Saw a video on Facebook, why an increasing number of black women are single. And then you get these black women on there talking about, well, I'm choosing to be single. Nah, sweetheart, you ain't choosing to be single. You are involuntarily single because black men are opting out and white dudes don't want you. This is the issue. This is why most black women are single. Chef Hop. Kid Sharp. Getting a lot of Chef Sharp. I like that. Yep. Chef Hop is my kid brother. And listen, he's a quiet guy. He's a very quiet guy. He's not going to divulge a lot of information. Shout out to Kevin Stovall with the $5 donation. Appreciate that. Charles Merchant, I don't think I have modded you. Yes, Charles Merchant is now a mod in the big channel. Good to see you in here. V for Villain says, I'm waiting for those Negro Manosphere comics. I just read recently on how to stop simping in 24 hours. The comic in the end was funny as fuck. Dude. Listen, O'Shea spent some money on the comics, and trust me when I tell you, it's worth it, man. It really is. Truth from Troy, good to see you in here. DJ Kuda, shout out to you, says they are always talking that liberating mess. Ay. Oh, dude, pause, dude. Whoa, okay. So the video ended on Instagram. All right. So it's a 1 hour limit on Instagram. DJ Kuda says it's basically saying, I don't want to be a hoe when you want me to let me live at my own pace. Wait a minute. I understand what you're saying, but I couldn't really read that. Truth from Troy, giving shout out to Minister Jep. He's going to be on very soon. Absolutely. Do what Sharp Assist says. Like the video. Like the video. Great comments in here. Great comments in here, guys. Man, oh man. Andre Israel likes my comment, involuntarily single. Love it. So let's get to the second half of the show. Let's take a little bit of a left turn here. I wanted to ask the question, do social justice warriors hate black people? So many of us in here are familiar with what we define in the manosphere as social justice warriors, okay? Social justice warriors, or SJWs, are essentially people who are socially progressive that fight for what they define as equality for the socioeconomically disadvantaged, the poor, and those who they believe are societally oppressed. The groups they go to bat for the most are racial minorities, okay, gays, lesbians, and women. So basically anyone but heterosexual males, right? We get left out of that. Listen, I'm not bitching and crying about that. I don't need the help of any social justice warriors. Fuck that. Listen, you guys go defend who you want to defend. I'm happy to be left off that list. Over the years, though, social justice warriors have gained momentum, listen, with the advent of social media, which allows them to voice their opinions for perceived injustices. And listen, Twitter has way too much power. Like, people are hired and fired based on Twitter outrage, but that's a show for another day and time. Now they use these platforms to organize rallies, protests, and other public displays of what they define as solidarity to show that they're not happy with whatever is going on with any given situation, right? But social justice warriors have started to show a little disdain with the colored people, the black people in their ranks. They don't like us colored folk too much, albeit covert. Now they can't really go public with their apathy toward African Americans because it's a bad look and it shows weaknesses, right? It shows weakness. I mean, seriously, how serious would the public take them if they started feuding with one of the very groups that they defend to the oppressive masses? That said, here are the 3 biggest reasons why social justice warriors are starting to harbor contempt for black people. Number 1, we as black people, we understand that life ain't fair. Back in July, I wrote a column on Negro Manosphere called Why Black People Need to Stop Expecting White People to Care About Our Problems. And in that column, I talked about a lot of different things. But in that column, I said this. I said, police officers shouldn't be shooting us. Black men should get a fair shake in the court system. We shouldn't have to worry about getting pulled over for little to no reason, only to be harassed by cops who do their level best to escalate the situation to give themselves a reason to assault, tase, or shoot us. But that's not the case. Similar to the way we've adapted to today's women, we need to play the hand we are dealt and understand that it is on us to reduce the odds of bad things happening to us. Yes, change is possible and it is definitely needed. But at this very point, I have little reason to believe that a significant change is going to happen in my lifetime. So in the meantime, I continued, I make sure all my I's are dotted and all my T's are crossed, and I would strongly advise black men to do the same. Gentlemen, social justice warriors are very uncomfortable with the black people in their ranks who know and understand that despite what they fight for, life isn't fair. One of the fundamental dogmas of social justice warriors is that life should be fair for all, regardless of gender, race, socioeconomic status, genetics, or anything else outside of one's control. If you can't control it, you should make it fair. That's what social justice warriors fight for, whatever. African Americans understand very clearly, by virtue of being black in America, that life isn't fair. Now, many of them don't say that out loud, but some of them do, including those in social justice warrior camps, SJW camps. Social justice warriors, guys, SJWs aren't trying to hear that life isn't fair. Why? Because it undermines one of the core beliefs that acts as one of the basic building blocks to their entire ideology. When black people oppose this view through words or actions, it rubs them the wrong way, and eventually it leads to dislike and subsequently disdain and hatred. The second reason why social justice warriors are starting to hate black people in their ranks is because we don't always fall in line with their principles. Now, most SJWs, boy, say that 3 times fast, regardless of race, agree on most of their basic principles, right? By and large, they all believe that relations between men and women should be equal in every way, defined, of course, as we all know, as egalitarianism. That being politically conservative or Republican is generally a bad thing, and that Donald Trump is the devil reincarnate sent from the 7th circle of hell. Like, we all know this, right? There are other things that they all generally agree on, but you guys get the idea. Shout out to Blockbeater for subscribing. Black people, however, we don't identify with every, and I'm not a social justice warrior, right? So when I say we, I mean black people. Black people within their ranks don't identify with every single solitary element of the de facto SJW handbook, right? Reinforcing number 1, black social justice warriors don't all embrace victimhood. African Americans know that bad things happen to them as a result of being black. That doesn't make them victims unless they give credence to being a victim. Like, that's something that African Americans are acutely aware of and give credence to. They understand that calling themselves a victim not only removes accountability, but it also takes away the power to change their situation. Again, social justice warriors ain't trying to hear anything about being proactive outside of protesting and fighting for change, right? They'd sooner sit at their computers, at their desk, or walk the streets drinking overpriced Starbucks lattes when it's convenient to pretend to be outraged about whatever they feel like at the time. Black SJWs are also more thick-skinned in that we seem to be able to handle criticism much better than their white counterparts. Again, this is because African Americans live in and experience a different America than white people. Not white people's fault, it's just how it is. Because of this, black people are in essence more battle-tested than the average Caucasian social justice warrior, right? Who has more than likely seen or experienced very little strife or conflict in their lives, which is in part the reason why they become social justice warriors in the first place. See how it comes full circle? There are a few other, minute subsections in their views that black people don't fall in line with, and those only add fuel to the fire, guys. White SJWs always carry an increasing dissent for those in their camps who are not 100% aligned with their philosophies. And black people are becoming the group that they resent the most. Trust and believe it. Trust and believe it. Listen, my sister is an SJW. All right? She is on the front lines of that stuff. Listen, I love my sister. We are diametrically opposed on everything, right? She tells me this stuff all the time. This shit really is happening. I'm not just making this shit up. The third reason, black people do not actively recruit other groups. Over the last few decades, old school veteran race baiters, hustlers, charlatans, like Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, they have exploited just about every incident involving African Americans to line their pockets and increase their profile and relevance. But a few years ago, I'll never forget this. Sharpton was making a speech about something that happened. I can't remember exactly. And during his fake tirade, he said, "And justice for black and brown people in this country." Guys, I knew at that very moment that he was trying to recruit Mexicans because he was running out of relevancy in the black community. People were starting to get hip to the script. Black people, listen, there's still a long way to go, but we've come a long way. He knew that his act was getting old and stale in the public eye and decided to add another branch to expand his brand. Let's not kid ourselves. Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, they have a brand. This is a money-making scheme for these guys. Now, whether I agree with he does or not, listen, I'll give him full marks for the change in strategy, right? Listen, you got to expand your customer base. Doesn't matter whether I agree or not, got to give it to him. He made a business decision. Him or somebody in his camp gave him sound advice because now he represents black and brown people. Now he goes to rallies for Mexican people, for oppressed Mexicans. Well, guess what, guys? Feminists, they have adopted that same strategy. Let's take it back a few years. First and second wave feminism had their run, okay? But they died very quick deaths because the public at large realized that what they stood for was a bunch of bullshit and their message was severely flawed. Shout out to Geppetto Man with the $2 super chat, says happy Monday. Third wave feminism, however, figured out how to stay in the public eye and even thrive. And they did it by adopting the same strategy that Sharpton did years ago. What feminism has done, and again, do not agree with feminism, but what feminism has done over the last few years is nothing short of brilliant. What they have done is they have recruited other groups that they defined as oppressed. Gays, lesbians, members of the LGBT communities, minorities, other than blacks, immigrants, the list goes on and on. They've all come together and they now make up the group we refer to as social justice warriors. These days, if you offend one, you offend them all, right? If you talk shit about a homosexual person and their lifestyle, guess what? The immigrant is going to come after you. You say all immigrants have to be deported, the homosexual is going to come to their defense, right? You say something bad about a Mexican, go back to Mexico, right? The feminist is going to stand up for that Mexican. You say women should be barefoot in the kitchen. Guess what? The Mexicans are going to stand up for them. Say what? Listen, you offend one, you offend them all. Brilliant strategy. Black social justice warriors, on the other hand, they don't recruit other groups because they're more concerned with the plight of black people. Shout out to Brian Hodgson with a $2 super chat. Say they sell the crisis, fools support the solution. Wow. Wow. Great comment there. They sell the crisis, fools support the solution. Very good. Wow. Brian Hodgson, you are no longer tricking. Wow, great comment, man. They sell the crisis, fools support the solution. Very good comment. Very good. But black people don't recruit because we got our own problems. Now, this isn't to say that they don't toe the proverbial company line and defend other groups of people in the public square to at least keep up the appearances. To keep up appearances and to keep all of the rest of the SJWs on their side. They're not stupid, but they're not getting out there like other groups who claim to be oppressed to join the club. At least not nearly as active as white SJWs are. Caucasians, white people, believe that blacks should be pounding the pavement like they are to increase the influence and power of the organization, while African Americans generally believe that it is not their place to emulate them because of the inherent obstacles as blacks in America. This causes yet a deeper rift between black and white social justice warriors. Again, I talk to my sister about this stuff all the time. This is absolutely going on. When the rubber meets the road, guys, social justice warriors are going to stick together. And listen, few things are going to divide them, right? They're going to stick together, race included. But there is an obvious fracture, fissure, schism, whatever you want to call it, between blacks and whites within the social justice warrior community. And it's not going to be long before it reaches critical mass. To me, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. With any luck, they'll destroy themselves from the inside out. If you have questions, comments, show ideas, personal stories you'd like to share, or if you just want to shoot the shit, hit me, DonovanSharpROK@gmail.com. Drop me your thoughts, any show requests you might have, potential show topics, and everything in between, and I will make sure to give you credit on air for your contribution. If you guys see an article, a video, a blog post, if you hear a story, or anything else you think that would be a great show topic, send those to DonovanSharpROK@gmail.com. Donovan's Den is going to drop. A new Donovan's Den, Volume 14, is going to drop this Wednesday. And this Wednesday's Donovan's Den is going to be how to get a woman to invest in you. How to get a woman to have skin in the game. Women very rarely walk away from a relationship that they have a vested interest in. If they have given time, if they have given attention, if they have given money to a relationship, they are much less likely to walk away from that relationship. I'm going to tell you how to get a woman to invest in a relationship with you, financially, with her time, with her emotion. So stay tuned for that. $5 a month, guys. Donovan's Den, that's less than 17 cents per day. Shout out to Jamaican Peppa with the $5 super chat. Appreciate that. Let's take one last stroll through the towers. See what we hear. Let's see what we have here. Oh, wow. Oh, you guys are very, very good. This is what I like about my audience. You guys are very intelligent. Abu Zakaria Abu says, what's up, Donovan? Is it worthy to talk with women about red pill awareness? No. Don't waste your time. Listen, go to Red Pill Women, Abu, Red Pill Women subreddit, and you'll see that they're hopeless. They're hopeless fucking bitches. Oh, wow. You guys chimed in a lot. Oh, wow. Okay. V for Villain says, why can't SJWs die? I don't know. Shout out to Turbattle with the $5 super chat. Says, feminism uses entryism. Accuse men with a crime, then demand visible, high salary positions. I agree. I agree. Sharp Assist says, watch any hate speech. If there is anything, attention mods, if there is anything in here that you think could be characterized as hate speech, delete the comment. Not that I agree or disagree with that kind of stuff, but you guys know how YouTube is. You know how Google is. You know we've got trolls who would want nothing more than to shut my channel down. Let's keep the hate speech to a minimum, guys. Voice your opinion. Let's not get me in trouble. All right? Chima Okeki, good to see you in here. You see how Aziz Ansari got caught in the Me Too, and he's a social justice warrior. You see, Aziz Ansari is the quintessential example of why it doesn't pay to be a male feminist. You can act like you give a shit about feminism as a man. It's not going to get you laid, dude. It's just not. Oh, I'm a male feminist. I need feminism because blah, 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 blah. Oh, really? Let me suck your dick, said no girl ever. Doesn't work that way. V for Villain says when a cop has that time of the month and goes on that power trip, that's a bad day for a black male. You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right. Freelance Ronan says SJWs only tolerate blacks when they need them for protests and photo ops, and then afterwards they discard them. 100% accurate. Charles Merchant says social justice warriors use black male suffrage to gain power, and now it's sexual assault. Man, you guys are coming with the knowledge. Solid. Jamaican Peppa says he's learning that lesson hard. Oh, listen. And then Turbattle says Aziz Ansari had sloppy game. Dude, listen, Aziz Ansari, I think listen, he was born and raised in South Carolina, but he's not an attractive dude, man. Right? Comedians generally aren't attractive people. Name me one hot comedian. Jerry Seinfeld is hideous, but he's really funny and he's worth $1 zillion. That's why he gets pussy. But comedians are not attractive people. Tom Segura, not attractive. Dave Chappelle, not attractive. Kevin Hart is fucking 3 feet tall. He's a smurf, right? Who else? Cat Williams, not attractive. Funny motherfuckers. Those guys make me piss my pants. Not attractive. Those guys will get caught up in some shit because they are not attractive. I don't care how funny you are. I don't care how much money you're worth. If you are not attractive, if you are not attractive, according to this environment, if you are not attractive, you do not have the right to talk to women in this way. Shout out to Brian Hodgson with the $5 super chat. Says, with the development of high-end robotics, artificial intelligence, and real sex dolls, how much value do women really have left? You know what, Brian? Even without sex dolls, the answer is none. The answer is none. I did an episode a long time ago, I think it was episode 65, why women are against prostitution. Women are against, and women say that they're against prostitution because it's the exploitation of sex and this. No. Women are against prostitution because it further lowers their already low value. If prostitution were legal in there are areas of Nevada where prostitution is legal. No, I've never paid for sex, so all you trolls out there. But if prostitution were legal from sea to shining sea here in the United States of America, dude, women would be in trouble. Are you fucking kidding me? The one thing that they have to offer, the one thing that they have worked on is now completely pointless. Legalizing prostitution would improve things here in America. Now, all of a sudden, women would have to not be fat. They would have to learn how to cook, right? Women are fucking bitches. They're good for nothing but an ass fuck. Why? Because they don't have to be useful. You make prostitution legal, all that changes. If you allow men to buy what we hit on women for in the first place, if you allow men to buy a woman's most valuable asset, women who you don't have to buy from become completely worthless. Shout out to Geppetto Man with the $5 super chat. Says feminists don't like male feminists. Male feminists aren't seen as men. Yes. Oh my God. Male feminists are some of the most effeminate men out there. Speaking of effeminate men, and listen, please hit me in my, I'm asking a serious question here because I really think that I can improve the show, but I don't want to get a copyright strike. And allow me to tell this story. So we all saw the Minnesota Vikings amazing thing. And ESPN's Josina Anderson is doing an interview with Minnesota Vikings Everson Griffin. And Everson Griffin, he's this fucking Hulk. He's jacked, he's ripped, tattoos, dude, he acted like a fucking woman during the interview. He's like, oh my God, I just can't believe it. I was happy and sad. It was unbelievable. Dude, you are an NFL superstar. And there he is acting like a fucking woman. Guys, this is what we're dealing with, man. Guys who look like, oh my God. Go to YouTube. Go to Google. Google Josina Anderson, Everson Griffin, or Everson Griffith. That interview, it is an absolute travesty what men have become. This guy is 270 pounds of ripped 3% body fat muscle, acting like a woman. Oh my God, I was felt surprised. It was unbelievable. I could not believe what I was seeing. So I said all that to say this. I wanted to record that interview on my TV with my tablet, right? I wanted to stand in front of my TV, hit the play button, and record it with my tablet, and then play it on here. I need to know, if I did that, would I be in any violation of any sort of copyright, whatever, right? I know I can't stream copyrighted content, but I'm very, very careful about, I'm even careful about using pictures. But what if it comes from my device? What if I record something on TV and then use it on the show? Hit me. Donovan Sharp, ROK@gmail.com. If you guys can give me answers or guidance or some sort of guidance on that, because I see stuff on TV all the time that I could use as content on the show, but I am scared to death of putting anything on here that I do not personally own. So I need to know if it is legal for me to record something on my TV with my device. I don't care about the quality. It doesn't need to be high def as long as you guys can see generally what it is, and then use it on my show. I need to know if that's legal, because if that's legal, and I'm going to do my research, but help me out, guys. Help me out. Duran says this podcast has me flashing on women. Kevin Samuel says, no, you cannot. And V for Villain says, I believe it's not legal. Sharp as this says, not an NFL broadcast. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I guess I'll just have to make the suggestion. I'm going to have to make, hold on a second. I'm actually, you know what? Hang on a second. Josina Anderson, Everson Griffith interview. This is unbelievable, man. Oh, there it is. I mean, like, it is absolutely sickening. Ah, don't save the link. God damn it. I'm sloppy with the mouse, guys. Forgive me. Copy link address. Xanatos Clutch says I can play the audio of it. I don't know, man. I don't want to take that chance. Oh. Audio may be okay. Okay, so. Okay. You can't show it without paying. Huh. So am I good to go with audio? Like, what if I were to play an audio of it? You guys think that would be legal? Truth from Troy says maybe I can put it up on a burner channel. That might be an idea. Yes, TNM says watching the interview right now, it's terrible, man. God, listen, man. Audio's okay. Audio clip possibly. Duran says my material is good by itself. Absolutely. V for Villain says Donovan girl voice times 10. Yo, like seriously, man. Everson Griffin is this dude. He's like this ripped dude. And Josina Anderson is running around trying to interview whoever, and she catches up with him. And I'm thinking, and I'd never heard him talk before. I'm thinking it's gonna be like, yeah, nigga, like this, you know, that nobody believed in us and we thought the game was over. This dude is like, oh my God, Josina, I was happy, then I was sad, and then, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Can you believe this? Was unbelievable. His emotions were not that of a man who just won a football game that he just lost. He acts like he got the latest iPhone when he didn't think he was before. Was unbelievable. Okay, Kevin Samuel says, nope, you'll get linked back to your main and lose your whole network. Okay. Audio over an image might be straight. Audio gets copyright strikes as well. You know what? I'm going to take the safe route and go the Kevin Samuels route. Jeopardy Clark says, hey, Donovan, whatever happened to the interview with that Haywood guy? He didn't show. He made the right choice. Corey Alexander Haywood made... Corey Alexander Haywood made the right choice. Yes. Tanner Williams says, was it worse than Jalen Ramsey? Nah, Jalen Ramsey isn't girly, I don't think. Nah, Jalen Ramsey kept it real. Like, straight up. Game Changer 00100 says that is sick. Man, I'm telling you. Watch. Hang on a second. Guys, watch the interview. Like I cannot believe how much of a girl he acted like. He acted like a teenage girl. And I'm going to do that, Xanatos Clutch. He said, just post the link in the description later on. Absolutely. Absolutely. Matter of fact, hang on a second. Let me see how many people we got watching. 108 people watching. Man, this is great to crack triple figures. This must mean I'm doing something right. Let me, let's see. Everson Griffin interview. I'm going to post, listen, I'm going to post it right now. I don't want you guys, yeah, he's like hugging Josina Anderson. He's like a teenage girl. Like, I sat there and we went and I was like, you got to be kidding me, man. Like, is this really what we're doing? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Jamaican Peppa says talking like his booty just lost his virginity. Oh my God. Oh wow. 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 Yo, check out the interview. I just couldn't, like, his eyes were wide. I was shocked. I was shocked. Now, would I fight the guy? No. He would absolutely destroy me. Yes, V for Villain says it's unbelievable. That was sad, man. I'm serious, dude. I'm serious. Stefan Diggs cried at his interview. Okay, that's fine, but at least he didn't act like a female. Everson was like running around like, ah, I can't believe it. Ah! Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. You know what? It's funny. It occurred to me right at the very end of the interview that he like hugged Josina Anderson, and I'm thinking to myself, maybe I should look up other interviews to see if he acts the same, because he may have acted that way to cop a feel on Josina Anderson, right? Josina Anderson's a good-looking lady, right? He might have wanted to cop a feel, but to avoid a sexual harassment lawsuit from the delectable Miss Anderson, right? He said, let me act a little bit girly here. Then I'll sneak in. I'll sneak it in. Let me copy the link address and see if it will. There we are. There we are. Here's the link right here. The show's about to end, so you guys can go ahead and click on that. But yeah, there it is. The Everson Griffin winning post-game interview with one Josina Anderson. Unbelievable. Like, grown men who play this sport should not be acting like that. They should not be. It was dude, it was a crying shame. Crying shame. Shout out to Brian Hodgson with the $2 super chat. Says testicular atrophy caused by steroids. You know what? You could be right. You could be right. Something's wrong with that boy. That boy ain't right, like Hank Hill used to always say. That's going to do it for this episode of TSR Live. My thanks goes out to my super chatters, Brian Hodgson. Oh boy. You know what? I really should have this screen up here. Brian Hodgson again. Jamaican Peppa. You know what? I'm going to have to tweak this out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.